Right, so hello viewers and welcome back to Gunslinger, or Call of Juarez Gunslinger. Last time when we had left off, we had finished the campaign for the game, and like I said, there were one or two more things that I had wanted to check out. So namely, there's a few achievements, of course, they're accessible on Steam, and well, let's actually take a look at the ones that we haven't achieved rather than the ones that we have. Looks like we gained 37 of those nuggets of truth. There's right around 10 of those arcade missions to get. It looks like some sort of challenge mode for the arcade missions, if you will, there. So you're right, so that's sort of that. I'm not going to show you guys the dueling minigame because simply I'm not a big fan of the dueling system. The main thing that I had wanted to check out was this, pretty much, the nuggets of truth, because as we all know, the storyline for the game presented by Silas isn't exactly what do you call it, a factual story. So I wanted to check out some of the history behind the game here, and evidently it looks like the game is heavily inspired by, of course, all of these characters, which have their own little blurbs, bios, and various other things here and there. So let's read about some of the more interesting, more well-known ones here. I wanted to bring it up about the Pinkertons over here. So this thing's actually pretty interesting here. So, in general, I mean, feel free to read along with me. I'll tell you guys what I know about these people, if I do so happen to know something about them. The Pinkerton Agency here is, it used to be sort of a detective, sort of private eye for hire type of thing. Though, later on, they were actually hired by the United States government at one point, and later on, I mean, today, they're actually still in business today. They're owned by a Swedish sort of defense contractor under the overarching company of Securitas is what I think it's called. So yeah, that's sort of that. And evidently, I mean, it looks like they had more people than the United States Army at one point, so that's kind of cool. And definitely feel free to pause the video to read these cards. I find them pretty interesting. So that's sort of that. Let's see, which other ones? Let's read about Grey Wolf over here. It's kind of neat. Yeah, that was a character that we had heard about, though, so briefly that it was just kind of strange there. Native American heroes, why not? This one's actually pretty damn long. Oh. Oh, they even have one about the American Civil War, so that's kind of neat. Conclusion, in its conclusion was the beginning of the golden age for the Wild West. Western exploration increased as railroads brought settlers west at an accelerated pace. Native Americans were finally pushed from their lands, shunted off reserves as cattle business, mining operations boomed. Many of the veterans of the war, damaged by the carnage they saw, participated and moved west for new opportunities. Quite a few fell into a life of crime. Many rebel soldiers, bitter over the defeat of the Confederacy, continued to fight long after generally surrendered at Apatomax? They robbed banks, robbed banks and trains owned by Northerners, the James Unger Bank being the famous example. You know, one thing I didn't mention is that they really set the tone for the game with the music and the dialogue. It's just absolutely perfect. Oh, some stuff about the old Western revolvers. These are actually really rather cool, especially the Schofield revolver there. I wanted to actually pick up one of them, but it's I believe somewhere right around $1,000 for a replica. At least the ones that I could browse up online. So that's kind of a shame. Some stuff about Wild West shows here. What else is there? Let's read up a little bit about the what is it called? The Wild West ghost towns here. So definitely a neat portion of the game is the history behind everything there, and it's really a shame that they don't make any more of these Western titles. I think Call of Juarez here is actually practically the only series I know of, aside from, say, maybe Red Dead, the Rockstar Games' series over there, and that's only 2 games. So right, it looks like there's, yeah, just 10 missions here inside arcade mode. I think we'll try out one of these and we'll just really see how they go here. And we'll see how well these episodes play out, but I'm under the impression that they're just sort of missions taken out of the campaign, or the story mode, I suppose. Right, so let's see. Yeah, it's all about the high score here. Gotta finish the mission alive, get it done quickly for bonus time. Oh, I see. So yeah, you can pick from different classes, and all you're trying to do is go for a, sort of a score attack thing. And it looks like depending on how much score you get some of the perks here and there for it. Now, is there any way I can, say, change up which set of guns I want? Oh, I see. So the Trapper has a shotgun, obviously, some dynamite to go along with it, and a revolver. Likewise, the Ranger has the Ranger pistol, I'd assume, and a rifle, but no dynamite. But the Gunslinger has the ability to dual wield, and that's pretty much that. Huh.
Leave him to me! We're gonna be cheap shit when Pack gets back!
Okay. See whether or not I can get at least like 2 stars for this.
They're shooting in the street!
Every 4 seconds is what we're aiming for here. Nope. Damn. Try that again here.
Don't let him get away!
Right, so let's see how I did there. Let's see. 1 star, perfect! Right, so yeah, there's a few, I'd say, point attack missions right there. So anyhow, that is pretty much that. So like I said, I mean, there is also a dueling mode. I suppose we have some time for that. I guess we'll try it. Right, so I'm guessing that you can probably do, say, a lot better with these things by definitely building up a lot of headshots or something along the lines of that. Well, alternatively get some really high combos like that, so I think we'll exit out of there. And, yeah, really go from there. So, I mean, yeah, like, judging by that, these are, of course, all based upon the campaign missions to an extent. They take, I think, slightly different routes, because the one for Lincoln County definitely did play out slightly differently. So that's sort of that. I guess, I don't know, maybe some of these might be, say, survival holdout missions. That'd be kind of cool as well. Definitely, but might as well do the dueling challenge here. And really just see how this goes here. You know, one thing about this game was that I was kind of expecting horses to play like a bigger role, some sort of, you know, vehicle section like that, but apparently not. So anyhow, apparently these duels are just simply sections out of 5. I guess they're... You know, I don't remember. I guess in the story mode there were 5 duels. So again, it's one of these score attack things where all we really want to do is just focus down these guys. Oh hey, headshot that time. Yeah, so we just want to finish off these people like that. It'll tally up the score again, everybody will have their own base value, and really go from there. Evidently, if you dishonorably kill them, it doesn't give you... Well, no, never mind, there's 15 stages. So, with that said, I mean, I think it's, again, one of those score attack things. I read that as 5 the first time. But, yeah, pretty much, it's just, you know, do these duels one after another, really. And each and every single one of them will have their respective difficulty, of course, and their varying stats. And it's really just trying to build that up as high as we can here. I don't know. At this point inside the game's release, I mean, I'd assume that most people already have these duels pretty much figured out, but I mean, as you can see here, I do not. So, you actually do get 5 chances at pretty much accomplishing this. I am not gonna do it because I really don't enjoy doing that dueling minigame. But anyhow, that is Call of Juarez Gunslinger pretty much at as what it is, really. So that is sort of that. I'm actually highly interested in this series right now. It's definitely an entertaining one. It's definitely something that I've been looking for recently, which is a shooter that's driven by a story, to say the least, and I definitely enjoy the setting. So later on, I might actually do a playthrough of one of the older titles, seeing as how the Steam sale is still going on, and the costs for those games aren't, say, they're not too bad. They're right around this price point. It's about $5. So yeah, definitely might see some more of this game inside the near future. So that'll be it for this game, at least for now. So yeah.